Kell Brook says he wants to fight Errol Spence in the UK in Sheffield in front of his fans. He believes he can stop Errol Spence Jr. He believes he can stop him. He don't think Errol Spence Jr. is that good. He thinks he's better than him. He has his confidence back because he beat up and stopped a guy at 154 who is not the best at 154, Rabchenko. Can Kell Brook beat Errol Spence in the UK again? Or is Kell Brook even the A side? Why should Errol Spence go to the UK to fight Kell Brook when he's the guy with the title? And why should Errol Spence move to 154 when everybody believes he's the number one guy at 147? Kell Brook didn't have to move up. I think Kell Brook is just blowing smoke. He's just using Errol Spence's name to get some clout. Seriously, I don't believe he won that fight. It's going to end up the same result as last time. And let's not forget, Errol Spence was coming off a 19 months layoff. So he was out of the ring for a long time before he fought Kell Brook. That's why he looked sloppy in the first few rounds. We seen what he did against Lamont Peterson. Lamont Peterson would give Kell Brook a good Kell Brook, we don't know what to say about Kell Brook. We want to call, at some instance, we want to call him a warrior. We want to call him a champion, a former champion, a good fighter, maybe even an elite fighter. But then Kell Brook, because he doesn't turn down opportunities, but then he goes in there and he quits. You know, the Gennady Golovkin fight, I understand his corner doing a towel, but the Errol Spence fight was. The Errol Spence fight was no exception. The guy quit in the 11th round. Took a knee and proposed to Errol Spence. It was disgusting to see. Errol Spence sent out a tweet saying he's gonna break both of Kell Brook's eyes if they fight again, and Kell Brook said he's not gonna. Errol Spence is not gonna break his eyes. He's gonna beat Errol Spence if they fight again, and he wants to fight him in Sheffield. Kell Brook is starting to sound like American. He sounds delusional for saying Errol Spence needs to come to the UK to fight him. Errol Spence is the champion, like I said before. If he moves up to 154, if Kell Brook do have a bout, then maybe. But I don't believe that fight is gonna happen anytime soon. If they do want that rematch, like Errol Spence said, if he gets a title, he'll fight him. Gennady Golovkin beat down Kell Brook. A really wrong Kell Brook, because when he first broke his first eye socket, he was never the same. I'm not going to say that to try to discredit Errol Spence's win, because at the end of the day, Errol Spence would have won regardless. But Gennady Golovkin beat down, left Kell Brook scarred for life. And Eddie Hearn pretty much threw Kell Brook under the bus. He should have never did that. Should have never let Kell Brook to fight. These promoters remind me of lawyers. Most of these lawyers, they work together and say, I'll give you this guy if you give me this guy. I believe Eddie Hearn made a deal with Al Heyman. He sold Kell Brook out and made it seem, and he threw Kell Brook under the bus, made it seem like Kell Brook was the guy who wanted to fight with, he wanted to defend his mandatory. If you knew Kell Brook couldn't make the weight, why didn't you let him just go up to 154 instead of letting him get his eye socket broken? Eddie Hearn sold Kell Brook out the first time when he let him go up 2 weight classes to fight Gennady Golovkin, and he sold him out again when he let him come right down and fight Errol Spence. But right now I believe Kell Brook is blowing smoke. He needs to watch Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn's going to set him up for another loss if he keeps listening to Eddie Hearn. He's not ready for Errol Spence or Jermell Charlo at 154.
Now we killing call. We were killing dog, now we killing call. You can't be like me, I got my own style. Hey, I'm married and I'm married.